Now from Safeco Field in Seattle, MLB The Show is on the air. We celebrate Jackie Robinson Day with a great matchup between the Oakland A's and the Seattle Mariners. It's Mariners baseball, and it comes your way next. Wade LeBlanc gets the starting nod for the M's. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
In now, Marcus Semien. He will lead this one off today.
For Oakland, shortstop, Marcus Semien.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gordon moves over, makes the play, 1 away. Striding in for Oakland, Jed Lowry. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. Fellas, the Mariners entering play here this afternoon. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, Dero, it's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
The 1-2. This is in the air out to right field. Under it is Cruz now for out number 2. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He went deep in the contest last night. Here comes the first pitch. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. He's around first, heading for 2. But no, he puts on the brakes and will head back to first.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Now the A's designated hitter, Chris Davis. He enters this one second in the American League in round trippers. From the stretch. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Here's the 0-1. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, as in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch. That slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in, and still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know, Kenny Jansen, Dero, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or miss.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full, 3-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Waiting on it is Henniger. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for Oakland. A's nothing. M's coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Scott Kazmir, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we're getting a chance to watch a guy that has 99 career losses. The one thing I'm certain that he doesn't want to do is pick up career loss number 100 in this one here today. So it's going to be awfully important, 1, that his team scores him some runs, and 2, he shuts down the opponent early.
And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and, in fact, dropping 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Powell is there, and he has it for the first out. And now a quick look at the Mariners' starting lineup in this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, Matt, we'll see if Cano can get going. Watching his last game, he went 0 for 4, and it just looks like he's out of sync right now. Maybe this game is the game that gets him going.
The windup and the 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. Piscotty back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Boy, sometimes they say you hit it hard, good things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here if he lays one in there to give him a pitch to swing at.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Slider up that he gets a call on. The 2-2. A little bouncer. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Here's a high pop-up. Olsen is under it. And that retires the side. Mariners are down in order. We are still scoreless. Striding in for Oakland, Tommy Joseph. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
All right, guys, here's Seattle's defensive alignment. And let's focus on Kyle Seager right here. Former Gold Glove third baseman, plays a reliable third base. I think something that he does better than anybody is his ability to come in on those swinging bunts or guys trying to lay a bunt down on him. He has the ability to have such soft hands and make that off-balance throw to first base.
And that one just missed outside. No score here as we play inning number 2. Two and 1 to the A's first baseman. Two and 2. Now here it comes. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. Trace Thompson digs in. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Henniger is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Digging in now for the Mariners, Mike Zunino. He'll start things out against Scott Kazmir as we get the inning underway. They'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. The 1-1 home. Line to the right side. Piscotty is there, and he has it for the out.
All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one. And let's take a look at the guy playing shortstop up the chute today, and that's Marcus Semien. This has been a work in progress. He's had to grind, take countless hours of ground balls, and work on his accuracy. But don't get it twisted. He's made some big highlight reel plays, and if you miss middle, we all know the power he has.
Next for Seattle, Kyle Seager, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field, and it is troubled. It finds the gap for extra bases, and he had 2 on his mind, and that's what he'll get as he's in at second base with a 1-out double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Throw to first, and Cano's a ground out victim. 2 gone.
Batting 7, left fielder,
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. He also had 3 hits in the win last night. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. Heading after it is Piscotty. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Seattle. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. So that'll bring in the outfielder Boog Powell, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Here's a strike. Here now the 2-2. Is laid off, and the count runs full.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
Payoff pitch one more time. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
He's set. Here it comes. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Foul. Aboard here at first with nobody out. That's 2-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Fouled off. There he goes. Pitch outside. The throw. Might have been in time, but it's high, and it allows his man to dive in safely.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there. They haven't cracked the scoreboard to this point, so it's clear they're trying to manufacture something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for him.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
And that's 2 free passes in the 3rd inning alone, so you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
First offering on its way. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Jed Lowry. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Third inning, no score to this point. Ground ball left side. There is Seager. Cano for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Kazmir's ready. First pitch on its way. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Missed with a slider. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
A runner at first with no outs here. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Ryan Healy. Liner towards second. And that's in there. Base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Danny, how frustrating is this right here? First and third, you got problems all over.
Well, you come right out the dugout, right? You're starting and hitting fresh. You're expecting to have a 1-2-3 inning. You look up, and all of a sudden, first and third, nobody out. It's time to make some good pitches.
Here's D. Gordon now. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And he lays off the pitch up and in, ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Might be a little worried about a squeeze play. Corner infielders get the signal here to move in with less than 2 out. Gordon ahead, 3 balls and a strike.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit in now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here. Really good team at bat right there, right? Just put the ball in play. He does just that, gets the ground ball, and brings home the first run of the game from third.
Grounder down the line at third. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Segura sees the ball really well when facing left-handed pitching and generally picks up. Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch. First offering on its way. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. Healy isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. And he's safe at the plate. And they now lead by 2.
Dan, you know what? You like to see that from an offense. When you have a guy in scoring position, there's no sense in waiting around. He saw a pitch he liked right there, and he went after it.
He did, D-Row, and I think that's what most hitters do. They come up with guys on base that they can potentially drive in. They're looking for a pitch to hit, and he didn't wait around and got that bat head started.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor it.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. And it's fouled away.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
They'll try again, 1-2. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. A ball and no strikes. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. The 1-2. Freezes him, a strikeout looking. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Digging in to try it again, Stephen Piscotty, a base hit in his first trip.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is fouled at the plate. Now a ball lined softly down the left field line, but foul. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Gordon is underneath this one, and he's got it for the first out. Here's Chris Davis now. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Davis connects and sends it to deep left field. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So a solo shot down the line in left. 8th home run on the season for him. And the A's are on the board now. It's a 2-1 ball game.
This guy has been a serious thorn in the side of the staff, homering twice in 3 days. The numbers don't lie. He owns these guys right now.
Up next for Oakland.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Gordon sprinting after it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. First time up, he went down looking. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. Outside for a ball, 1-1. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Now it's driven the other way with some authority, headed toward the foul pole. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Full count, 3-2. There's ball 4.
And you can tell by his body language that he's beyond frustrated by that call. He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. that will only make things worse.
First pitch on its way. A bouncer to the left side. Segura gets down on the ground. Great play. Got him. The defense on display on this beautiful diving stoppage short. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Robbie Cano settling in to start out the inning. First pitch of the at-bat. Just a tick behind for a strike.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Now the 1-1 to Cano. Skied into straightaway right. Piscotty's there for it. He's got it one away. Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now first pitch changeup here. Too far inside. It's 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Ball and a strike. The 1-1 is a sinker that misses for a ball. The 2-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2. The 2-2 is looked at for ball 3. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Popped him up. Olsen in foul ground. 2 down. Digging in for his second at-bat, Ben Gamel. First pitch coming. Here it is. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They lead it 2-1. Leading off the inning, Boog Powell, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Center fielder, Boog Powell.
Here comes the first pitch. Here's a strike.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Next up for the A's, Matt Chapman reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Chopped weakly to the left. Seager with the bare hand. He is out. And it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
Stepping in now, Marcus Semien, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it. Cruz makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Stepping into the box, Ryan Healy singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Kazmir gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Thompson is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, D. Gordon.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, D. Gordon. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Hit down the line at first. Olsen has it, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gene Segura. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Semien waits on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order. They still lead it 2-1. Here's Jed Lowry now. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Striding in once again, Stephen Piscotty. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses, ball 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. And now a pitch on the way. Hit in the air to left field. Henniger is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Here's Chris Davis now. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Low scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. Fly ball out toward left center field. Calling for it, Gordon. And that ends the inning. A's are gone in order. They're down 2-1. Digging in and looking for more. Nelson Cruz, a hit in 2 tries so far.
Right fielder, Nelson Cruz.
Kazmir's ready. Here's the first pitch. Good looking sinker on the inside corner. So far this year against Southpaws, Cruz is hitting over 400. Doesn't matter if you're talking about a series of games or a whole career. That's an impressive figure.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball to third. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Now batting, catcher, Mike Zunino.
Here now it's Mike Zunino. He lined out his first time around and then went down on strikes last time up. First offering on its way. And a fastball just a bit high. And he misses again, 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
1 out, nobody on. And just never could commit to the swing there, but he went around, and it's even now at 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Thompson's under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Up next for Seattle, third baseman.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Now Kazmir pulls the string on a dandy changeup. It's 0-1. Hit hard down the line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. 2-0 count. The pitch. Base hit, line drive into the corner. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Now batting, left fielder.
Ready once again, Mitch Haniger. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Well, he was almost out of the inning. The last 2 batters showed him that you can't lose focus on the mound, even if you get 2 quick outs. Back-to-back doubles shows you just how quickly things can get away from you.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Boy, good fight on the slider, and it just missed inside.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Fouled away.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Thompson will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Mariners pick up a run on the RBI double. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters to start the 7th. It's now 3-1 Mariners. Striding in once again, Tommy Joseph, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A ball and no strikes.
Counts 1-0.
Now the 1-0. 1-1 to count. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Gordon. 1 out.
Up next for Oakland.
Ready for another shot now, Matt Olson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. He pulls this one into right, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Hey, D-Row, that's a 1-out single right there. And hey, the pitcher hasn't pitched out of the stretch in a while. He's been pretty sharp so far in this one.
Yeah, and hopefully that runner right there can get his attention a little bit more diverted on first base, and then he leaves a cookie over the middle of the plate.
Trace Thompson digs in. Popped up. Healy in foul ground. And a diving effort, but it's out of his reach. A foul ball. Comes set, and the 0-1. Grounded down the third baseline. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 pitch is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. So that'll bring in the outfielder Boog Powell. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Now this ball popped up. Playable, however, behind the plate for Zunino. And he will indeed make the play. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ben Gamel. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Gamel.
And he'll step off and try and reset.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Oakland, number 42, Ian Cole.
And he'll step off and try again. He's set, and the pitch. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Missed with a breaking ball.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
And that pitch misses to even the count to the Seattle left fielder at 2-2. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at-bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Ben Gamel is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. A cold strike on the inside corner. The 0-1 on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
Boy, that's a crazy at-bat right there. Takes 2 pitches, 2 quality pitches, then gets a third one, and he hits a bullet for a single.
I can't tell you how good that feels as a former hitter right there. 0-2, you're pretty much dead to rights, and he comes through with a big knock.
He's well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Ground ball right side. And that is into right field, a base hit. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Up next for Seattle.
Digging in once again, Gene Segura. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Lays off 1-0. So far this season with runners in scoring position, Segura brings in a batting line above the .450 mark. Do not sleep on his at-bats, folks.
These are the type of hitters that absolutely frustrate a pitching staff and a pitching coach. He's not trying to do a ton of damage, but he's certainly going to put the ball in play and be a pest the entire season.
And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it deep down the line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily. Here's Nelson Cruz now.
How frustrating is that, man? He tries to bury something in with 2 strikes, and this guy throws out a fillet of fish to the opposite field.
You know, sometimes you have to tip your cap that inside-out swing. As a pitcher, you think you've thrown a good pitch, but sometimes as a hitter, they put a good swing on it and still ends up for a base hit.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Ready with the 1-2. Pitch is mishandled behind the plate, and it bounces away. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. And he'll make it in easily at second, as I'd imagine that'll be scored a passed ball. Breaking ball, called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you deal with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit. The 1-0 home is in there for strike 1.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Segura at second with 2 down. A ball and 2 strikes to the Mariners catcher. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Pitch on its way now to Zunino. Zunino, a drive. That's out to deep left field. Gone!
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
Fouled off. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Seager behind with an 0-2 count.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So it's 4 runs on 4 hits. Dan Altavilla has been summoned from the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. Soft liner towards center. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So a good start to the inning for the A's as their leadoff hitter reaches base safely.
Last pitch was a fastball, tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hitting.
Chet Pinder come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out. And he takes ball 1. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. The 1-0 is in off the plate.
Now, when you've got a 6-run lead out there, there's no reason not to go right at guys. You have to keep attacking the zone.
Here's a high pop-up. Segura is there. Makes the play, 1 away. Here's Jed Lowry now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. ground ball sent back up the middle. He'll go to the bag for one. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Chad Pinder will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop.
Here's Robbie Cano now.
42.
Cano waits on the first pitch. And that one right down Main Street. Cano waiting on the 0-1. A high fastball is in there.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Robinson Cano becomes the first out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one over the bullpen and gone.
You know, as a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, but it's something every pitcher has to deal with. Even the best pitchers give up home runs. You just have to refocus and go after the next hitter.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a splitter, and he lays off a ball and a strike.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The next 1-2 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Pinder ranges back, and he has it for route number 2.
Now batting, first baseman.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss. The 0-1 pitch. Misses. That's ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Lays off 2-2 now.
He got ahead with 2 good fastballs and then tried to drop the changeup to see if he'd be out in front. Did a great job of laying off that pitch right there. Interested to see where he goes now.
There's a swinging bunt up the line. Chapman has it cleanly. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. But the Mariners add to their lead thanks to the solo home run. Last chance coming up for Oakland. It is now 8-1. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he throws it away. And lucky for them, the right fielder's there to back up the throw.
Well, that's always the danger when you've got a lead that's this big. You know there's not a lot of doubt about the outcome of the game, so you lose focus a little bit in the field. And sometimes as a player, you try to trick yourself into playing like it's a close game so you stay sharp.
Fastball down near the shoe tops. As a look, now the pitch. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Looking up is Hediger, and it's gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 2nd home run of the game. As they cut the gap a bit, it's now an 8-3 ball game.
As we take a look at the pitch location here, you can see that the pitch wasn't even in the strike zone, but clearly that didn't matter.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Mariners, number 40. to Nick Vincent.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there. It's strike one. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
On the first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. His career history with Nick Vincent, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And the slider swung on and chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Still only one out in the inning. Ball and 2 strikes. Well, now the Mariners get some action in the bullpen as a left-hander's begun to get loose. The 1-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. Trace Thompson digs in. Comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Ready with the 1-0. High and deep to center field. Gordon going back on it. Still going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo home run there for Matt Joyce. 6th home run on the season for him, as it is now an 8-4 ball game. We're watching an impressive power display today. With that one, these two teams have now hit a combined 5 homers in this game.
Yeah, Matt, you know what, D-Row, we got up this morning for this day game here. We were expecting a high-scoring game, but boy, we haven't been disappointed.
Yeah, you take the temperature of a lot of guys in the league. They definitely will tell you they see the ball better in the daytime than they do at night.
And he'll squeeze this one for the final out. And the Mariners have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
Hey, a great win for these guys as they wrap up another one, but a little bit of a sour note, though. Everyone has to head home, get on those computers, and get those taxes out before midnight.
8-4 the final this afternoon. Seattle led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Wade LeBlanc gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Our final line for the